Hello everyone, this is Dr. Tom Cheney from Living Health Integrated Medicine in Annapolis. Welcome to this video. In this video, I want to discuss and review why I cut out eggs and coconut from my diet. You heard it right. Coconut, you're probably thinking, isn't that a healthy food? Coconut oil has been touted as, a healthy substitute. You hear about, putting and replacing coconut in many of these healthy products you see in the grocery store. And then eggs, I'm sure many of you think, eggs are healthy and you're eating these on a regular basis. Well, they could be healthy for you. That's the whole thing. I'm going to tell you why I cut them out of my diet. I cut some other foods out, but these are the two that really affected my diet the most because I consume so many foods that have eggs in them and that have coconut. So let's talk about why I made this change. So from time to time, I will run tests on myself. So, certain tests I'll do quarterly, certain tests I'll do annually. This is one of the tests that I do run routinely on myself. This is a food reactivity profile. And what this test does, it looks at a person's reactions to over 180 different foods. It looks at some of the foods cooked, some of the foods raw, and it'll tell us if you're having any type of immune reaction to that food. And why is that important? Because early detection of reactions to these foods can be helpful in preventing future chronic diseases, especially autoimmune cases. And that's something that we see a lot of in our practice is autoimmune patients that have autoimmune conditions. And if you're not sure what an autoimmune condition is, I'll name some of the common ones that you probably have heard of. So rheumatoid arthritis, MS, celiac disease, Hashimoto's thyroiditis. There's many, many different autoimmune diseases, but those are some of the common ones. So what this test is looking for, it's a food immune reactivity screening, and I will show you, these are once again my results from April. And you can see here on the left-hand side, it has all of the foods listed that were tested. And this is a blood test, by the way, so you don't have to eat 180 different foods. Your blood is collected, and then it's looking at a reaction in the lab to these different types of substances. So, and then they're able to give us a rating, and you can see the results over here. So we have a reference range, and then we have my results here. There's 3 columns of results. We have the in range, we have the equivocal, and then we have the ones that are out of range. So I'm going to focus on all the ones that are out of range, and you can see right here, egg yolk cooked is a 1.36, so anything above 1 is out of range. So that is why I've cut eggs out of my diet. I do have a family history of autoimmune diseases, so if I want to minimize my risk of, flipping that switch on and triggering that issue, then I want to make sure I'm being proactive in eliminating these foods that can trigger reactivity in the body. Going down a little bit further, you can see another one that was out of range was fava beans, so cooked fava beans were out of range. Going down to the next page, chia seeds were out of range. So once again, I do have some snack bars that have chia seeds in them, so I've eliminated those out of my diet. Going down to the next page, so you can see garlic is listed twice. So this is raw garlic and then cooked garlic. So raw garlic I'm fine with, cooked garlic I'm not fine with. So cooked garlic is out of my diet. And then we have onions and scallions. These are raw, so any raw onions are now out of my diet, but I am okay with cooked onions. And then I'm going to skip down to the one I was telling you about just a few minutes ago, which is coconut. Coconut is super high. You can see the reference range is 0 to 1.1. I'm at 3.39. So part of that could be overconsumption of coconut. When I look at my diet, I have a lot of products that have coconut in it, and I love coconut. So part of that has probably been overconsumption on my part. So that's why I'm taking it out once again. it is a food that is creating reactivity in my body, and I want to minimize that as much as possible. A couple of the other foods, dates. Once again, snack bars can have dates in them, so that's a place that you could find them. And then grapes, so I have to eliminate grapes. Papaya, peach, nectarine, cooked halibut, imitation crab. I don't consume that anyway, but just that did come up high. So I'm good with meats, herbs, spices, gums. Just the one gum had a reaction. So this is why I cut out those two foods and many others, but those are the two big ones that I have to consider with my diet: eggs and coconut. So like I said, this is a test that we use. I use personally on myself, but I also use it on patients to individualize their nutrition program and to target foods that could be causing reactivity in your body. Like I said, we see a lot of patients that have autoimmune diseases, so we definitely want to run this on them so we can use this as a tool, and we can really target any foods that are causing reactions. So if you have a question, leave it down below. I'll be happy to answer that. And I'll go through some of my other testing on other videos. If you like this, share it with other friends and family members, and I will see you on the next video.